Hi everyone, this is Gloria with StampWithGloria.com. Today I'm going to show you some alternatives for the paper pumpkin from December. I have been ill. I got COVID right before Christmas, and it's taken me about a month to get to the point where I can do anything anymore. I've tried to do videos to keep up with my work, but unfortunately I would start coughing throughout the entire demonstration, and it's not something that I could air. So I finally, after literally over a month, gotten to the point where I can actually do an entire presentation without coughing my guts out. So a lot of changes in that month. Couple of fun things that happened is my son had a baby, and I'm going to show you her picture right away because I want to show her off and I can't help myself. But this is Mia. She's 7 days old here. I can't believe how alert she is. But yeah, so that's my new granddaughter. I have 3 granddaughters now, and am very excited to have them. We're going to go out and see them next month and give them a little time to be by themselves and become parents and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's his first baby. So him and his girlfriend are just kind of adjusting to everything. Plus she had a C-section, so she needs some rest before, you know, her potential mother-in-law, maybe someday if my son ever asks her to marry him. I mean, just gonna throw that out there. He'll never see this video, so he won't know I said that. But anyway, very exciting. She was born, had COVID, had some really bad problems with some oral surgery that I had, some migraines that I had. So this last month has been very, very stressful. So I'm hoping that we're just gonna move forward now that it's the new year, and nothing's going to bog me down, and I'll try to get out videos more consistently. But I'm behind on things, so I'm working on the paper pumpkin alternative video this month. I'll actually give you a preview of the video the paper pumpkin video from December. I'll also give you a preview of the paper pumpkin. Well, I'll show you the kit for this month, and then I will be shooting a video on that fairly soon, and some other things that I'll be working on, so that hopefully that entices you to come back and subscribe to my channel. I'm now putting out a newsletter for my customers, so if you go to my blog at StampWithGloria.com and you see some of the neat like little projects on the blog, I'm also putting out a newsletter with other projects. So if you would like to subscribe to the newsletter, just email me at gh.istt@gmail.com. I'll be happy to put you on my subscriber list, and then you can get an additional project every month. So kind of a win-win. Cool, right? So I hope that a lot of you go ahead and do that. But let's get started on our paper pumpkin alternative from December. So our paper pumpkin alternative for December was this cute little bear. I would call him a dude because he has little curly hair on his chest. Not many women want, or girls want, curly hair on their chest, so we're gonna call him a dude, okay? So we've got this little boy bear, a couple sentiments, and then a couple of embellishments for any cards that you want to make. The kit itself came with some really great cardstock and images. They've got the bear, he's already done up and colored, and packaged some other critters. We had like the raccoon and the koala bears. So remember Australia's fires last year? I look at this and I think, oh, those poor babies. I remember posting a picture of the guard or the military there, and they were all feeding these babies, these koala bears. It was so cute, but not cute, right? Because they were burned, and but oh, I just love these little koala bears. But anyway, then some other assortment sheets in here, some really pretty coral color with the Merlot too. So a nice assortment of cards in that kit, and then really easy to make cards. I mean, I could have done a million of them with what we had in the kit. I just did a couple for the video here, but I decided I wanted to use a die from the catalog, you know, just one set of dies from the catalog, you know, to kind of embellish and enhance these cards. So I'd use adhesive paper and then the sentiments from the well-written dies that we have in the catalog, in the main catalog. And they came together real fast. I mean, all the artwork's here. All you have to do is stick it down. And I don't know how, you know, that is too easy for me, but I love easy. I love easy. Get out a couple of cards in a couple of minutes, and that paper pumpkin kit really can go a long way. So like, here's one card, and the well-written die, love you. And then we've got our cute koala bears, and it says friend. Okay, maybe I could have maybe moved it around a little bit so friend would have popped a little bit more, but I liked it that way, so I kept it. And then we're using our little bear and happy, and then I would put birthday on the inside, or happy day, or happy this, or happy that. I like to have my cards just kind of be like multi-occasion cards. So a lot of times I leave sentiments off, or I just do part of the sentiment so I can finish the sentiment on the inside to whatever I want. That's the method behind my madness. Here's another one with a couple of the critters, a bouquet of flowers, and thanks. And as you can see, simple to put together. I mean, really quickly, and really cute cards. Okay, so my older people that I do cards for, or classes, well, of course with COVID, that's been kind of put on hold for a little while, but they would have loved this kit because it's something simple that they can put together, and they would have had delightful cards. Like I said, the well-written, love the font for it, and I use adhesive paper, so just cut out a bunch of sentiments and then stick them on where you want to. So super easy that way. Now I do have, so here's the thing. It's like, once you use all of these really cool things, then what we've got left, you know, like the flowers are in here, and then the bear. So what we got left is a couple of images that we can stamp and color in on our own. But then, you know, how do you get the effects that you like? So let me show you a couple of cards that I did. And they're fairly easy, but they're using the images so that you can reuse them again and again and again. Even though you don't have the punch outs. Does that make sense? So let me show you the first card that we did. So the first card here, my intent was to do the bouquet. All right, now let's see, let me get this a little bit closer to the camera. You might not be able to see. Actually, the bouquet is stamped on white paper and then punched out with the circle punch. Okay, so it kind of blends into the background, but it looks like he's holding the bouquet. Isn't that cute? Right? Okay, and then this is a die from the main catalog. It's called Stitch Be Mine. It was in the holiday catalog last year, the mini catalog last year for spring, and it's a beautiful die set. It's got a lot of neat hearts in, although of course we do have some really cute new dies. Always and Forever is one of them in the catalog. Let me just show you that quick. Here we've got Always and Forever, but you know, when the catalog first comes out, I obviously cannot buy everything in the catalog, so I have to pick and choose. So there's Always and Forever, and then there's this really neat die set here. It's called Floral Heart Dies. Now I want to show you a card from this Floral Heart Dies set right here, because I am going to do a similar card, maybe not with that set, but I want to show you a card done with that set. So a demonstrator of mine did this card. It's you know, it's a easel card, so when you can open it, and it sits in it fits in a standard size legal envelope. Okay, but she's got the different levels here. you know, and then it sits as a triangle. She's got the stops with the pearls here. And this card is gorgeous. I'm going to make my own version of this card in another upcoming video, which I should have out soon, but it will be with a different stamp set. But I wanted to show you how cool the new sets are in the catalog, and some of the neat things that you can do with it with the matching accessories. Okay, so this is all a suite. All right, so look forward to me doing that card in an upcoming video. But this card, let's get back to this card. How do we do this card? It's so cute, right? So first of all, bears don't have to always be brown. You look at stuffed bears, they are all sorts of colors, okay? So they don't have to always be brown. So I stamped him already, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to use Seaside Spray, right? And I'm just using the regular watercolor markers that we have, not the blends, the watercolor markers. And I'm going to color him in and color his arms. There we go. Isn't he cute? And then we're going to have part of his body showing right here. So I am going to go down the side. I'm not going to fully color it in because I don't have to. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to take, this happens to be a blend. I just used it for all of the samples that I did today. And this is Dark Pink Pirouette. So we're just going to do his cheeks. I like the brush side. So let me get the cheeks done. So we'll do cute little pink cheeks. I could do this all in pink and make this a baby card, like a baby announcement. Would that be cute? I had already developed this card before she was born, so I don't, I would have done all pink though, pink and blue though, if she had been born before I had done this, this particular assignment, I guess. When I put these videos together, it takes me a while because I don't know how much I should really show you. I don't know how much time I should take. There's, when people get, like, especially Paper Pumpkin, a lot of people get Paper Pumpkin because they can enjoy it month to month, but they might not have like all of the other accessories. Now we're going to cut off part of him because it's going to stick out, so it'll be okay. It'll be okay that I cut off his foot. I can hear some gasps out there, but it's okay. He's paper. He's paper. He'll be fine. Okay, we're good. So then once I get him cut out, I use the Stitch Rectangle dies and I cut out the center of him. Now I have the flowers tucked underneath his arm, so I have to actually move this here and cut out his arm. So I'm just going to take my little cutter here and we're just going to cut out his little arm. And I'm sure, yep, you can see that. Good. All right, so we cut out his little arm. There we go. So now he's going to be able to tuck the flowers underneath his little arm. Okay. Then, so now we've got the bear, and you would position him any way that you want in there. Now we've got to do the flowers, right? So we know already that we're going to mount this onto red cardstock, right? So I'm just going to take and put some glue on his little body right here, and we're going to set him in so he's just kind of peeking out. Oops. Here we go. Oop. There we go. Good. I didn't want to get glue on my paper, but see, there he's peeking out. Isn't he cute? I love that little bear with his little curly, Oh well. Anyway, then how do we do the flowers? Okay. Well, this is a little tip. So I want the flowers in many different colors. Okay, so I did not want to be stuck stamping something. You know how you stamp something with a block, it's got a lot of colors, you think you've inked it up really well, and then only part of it comes out, and then you're like, oh no, how do I line this up again? You can use a positioner. That's one way to line it up, or you can use our Stamparatus. Okay, so this is just one way to use a Stamparatus. I should do a whole video on all of the different ways you can use a Stamparatus, but right now basically a Stamparatus is a positioner. Now one of the things I do is I put washi tape on my magnets so that I can pull them up easily. I don't like trying to dig and try to get a hold of things. It just, it's just annoying and it takes a long time. Then the other thing is, I did show this in another video, but these stamps that I'm using are clear. Okay, so I went and I took a blend marker, okay, the permanent markers, and I colored in the leaves because they're hard to see. They kind of blend into the posies, so I just colored that part of the stamp. Now when I clean this stamp, all the flowers will be clear and the part that I colored with the blend will stay green, and it's just for me to be able to see where to put the color. It doesn't interfere with stamping at all because it's a permanent. You can still stamp it with yellow or orange or whatever. It's not going to blend the colors, anything like that. But that's just so that I can see. I'm getting older. I need to be able to see my stuff, and so that's just my way of how I deal with some of my stamps. But now we're going to use the watercolor markers. This is Granny Apple Green, and see, I can see where all the leaves are. That is just so nice. I don't need my glasses on right now, which is nice. I can put my glasses on, but don't need them quite yet. And then we're just going to color in the flowers, and I kind of know where I colored them in before, so I'm going to just do that same thing again. All right, and then I always work from light to dark. If you're working in a situation like the flowers where they're very close together and you want to do different colors, so just keep that in mind. You want to go light to dark. It's just easier that way, because you can color over the lighter spots of the flowers. And then I'm going to just stamp that down, and I'm sure I'm going to have to do, okay, so that's not quite, there's little pieces of the green missing, like right here you can see. Yep, maybe that's too, like, see right there, the leaves are missing a little bit. I could probably pop the flowers one more time, just make it a little bit brighter. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to color in and make sure I really get this color on this time. Get all of the areas. Obviously I missed some the first time around. There you go. Okay, and then we're going to do the Mango Melody. Mango Melody. Oh my gosh, my son adores his daughter. It's, it's a little weird for your youngest child to have a child anyway, but I have 2 other grandchildren, and he was always just so careful with them, and I don't know, he didn't really like go and grab them and pick them up and all that kind of stuff. So seeing him with this little baby girl is hilarious. He just adores her. He loves dressing her up, and wow, I just did not get this. One leaf just doesn't want to grab the ink. So let me grab that. Let me do that one more time. So you can see you do this many times until you get it inked up the way you want, as dark as you want. I think it's fabulous. Okay, so there we go. We've got it now. Okay, so we're all set there. So now we want to take this out, and I'm going to use the 1.5 inch circle punch. and we're going to tuck that in. You know, sometimes I have to look at the screen to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing, okay, or that I'm in the middle of the screen. So I punched that out, and so now we have our bouquet, okay? But because it's white, when I tuck it into the bear paw against that white frame, it's gonna disappear. But this is so much easier than cutting around the flowers. Okay, so we wanna just tuck that in, and look, it looks like, you know, it looks perfect. It looks just like the background paper. So this is kind of a cheater way to put together something like this, where you want to make sure that you can use this over and over again, because you're not going to have, you know, you only have so many of the cutouts in the paper pumpkin, but here is just an easy idea for you to use it over and over again and not have to cut all around the image. Okay, that makes that image a lot funner to work with, isn't it? I think I would rather work with an image like that than, you know, cut it all out, because cutting it out is, you know, fussy cut. We're so spoiled with all the dies and stuff now. You know, when I started, we didn't have any dies. We did not have any punches. we didn't have hardly anything but rubber stamps and ink pads and markers. That's just about all we had. So you can see I put glue around the outside edge because we want to put our little heart in yet. I did put this heart on adhesive paper because I did not want to fuss with glue on this. So when you take the adhesive paper off, most of all of the little bits and pieces are going to just fall out. Those that don't, you're just going to poke out real quick. See, it just came right off onto my fingers. There's a couple more. You can just take your fingers too and then go in the sections, because it's cut out, so it's just gonna stick to your finger when you so like, oh, I already pulled that one out. Let me see if there's one I can show you. Yeah, okay, so see right here, there's, yeah, see that? So now I'm just gonna take it and it pulled right out. So super easy. Just want to keep that in mind, okay? And then I'm going to just tuck that in. I centered it in the middle of the red because I just wanted the heart to pop, but you do whatever you want. I mean, you can make a different heart. You could make, you know, come out onto the paper in a different color, whatever you want. But anyway, that's my first alternative. The things that I wanted you to keep in mind is use your other stamp supplies, your other dies, with your paper pumpkin. Remember, paper pumpkin stamps are exclusive. They're limited edition to 1 month out of the year. So keep that in mind when you're getting them. I know, you know, it's a nominal cost, you know, $20 to get your paper pumpkin, and you have a limited stamp edition set, and you've got stuff to make projects, okay, and it's stuff that you can interact with all of your other stamp products. I think it's a wonderful thing. If you would like to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, go to stampwithgloria.com, click on the Paper Pumpkin icon, and I'll set you up. But really cool. So anyway, that's our first alternative. Let's go to our second alternative. So a lot of people just think about stamping the bear on white and saying cool, and then coloring him in with the markers. Okay, that's what a lot of people do. So I wanted to show you how to color the bear in on a darker cardstock. So this is crumb cake. I am going to be using the blends, okay, the blends, and I'm actually going to be using the re-inkers in crumb cake, and I am going to be using that on the bear too as well. So a couple of different ways of using this. So I'm using the crumb cake blend, but then I wanted a softer look, so then I'm going to use the crumb cake re-inker with the new paint brushes. So do you love this tray? Yeah, a friend of mine, Jessie, made this for me special, but it's, you know, you got all the paint squares, and you have water, and oh, I just love it. I just love it. But this is the crumb cake that I'm using right now. So I'm just inking that up. All right. And then we're just gonna, whoops, I want a little bit more water. We're just gonna go and we're gonna tuck in around his face. Now this is gonna dry a little bit lighter than what it looks right now. We're gonna do around his cute, oh, let me get that up there a little bit more. We're gonna do this around his cute those fat little feet. Okay, there we go. And then of course we want his belly. Let's do his belly. All right, so now we're gonna tuck in some of the blend. What is this one, dark or light? Okay, so then we're gonna tuck in some color here. So we're gonna make his arms a little darker. Do you love it, right? Crumb cake. And then we'll make his ears kind of pop out. There we go. All right. And I think I just went, you know, if you just do a little shadow like under his arms and stuff, maybe up in the corner underneath his neck, just makes him pop a little bit more. I didn't do that as much with this one, but you can see, yeah, he's popping. He's popping right now. He's so cute. I'm gonna do a little bit more up here, maybe darken his face just a little bit, just to make him look a little bit different than all the other bears, right? Okay, then we'll put some down here. All right. Okay, then, you know, we have the lifter, the color lifter. That's what this is here. It's basically clear ink, and what it does is it blends in ink. So see how it blended in? Well, maybe you can't. Let me just do a little bit more. We'll do some blending. There you go. And some blending here. Anywhere there's like a harsh mark that you want to be a little bit more subtle, then go ahead and use this pen. So I'm going to do this up in his face. I want to blend that a little bit. So there you go. All right, so that is how you can color on darker paper. Ooh, let's give him some pink cheeks. We got to give him some pink cheeks. There we go. Okay, so when this dries, it will dry a little bit lighter. But you can kind of get the effect, so you see how he's looking. I did, again, for this particular card, cut out his arms so that we could tuck something underneath. It can be a girl or a boy. If you wanted to put a bow on this guy, you could. Just make sure that he is, you know, he's got his arm out. Oop, I actually have one done. Oh, I didn't have him cut though. Let me show you. I'll cut another one. That guy's not dry yet, so it's harder to attach him to the cardstock when he's still wet. But let's do this guy. All right. And let's see. Get around those curves. There we go. Oop. There we go. Really? There we go. There we go. All right, so his arm is popping out. Okay, so let's put the card together. So I have this card. I actually used the sentiment in the set, and then he's got this kind of cool black background, and then I use the pretty little pretties on the corner. Okay, so this card we're going to do maybe just a little bit different. So I wanted it to go this way this time. But how did I get this kind of fuzzy little circle on the background? Well, let me show you. You know, we have our silicone sheets here, and I use them a lot for gluing things, but this is another way that you can use the silicone sheets, not waste ink, and kind of stamp off or ink off the brush here, the blending brushes. So what you're going to do is you're going to ink up the blending brush, and then I want to show you how much ink is on there. So there's quite a bit of ink, and I do not want it to be that dark on my cardstock here. So I want to ink off a little bit, but then, you know, when you ink off on a piece of paper, what happens is you end up wasting the ink. You don't have to do that. So we're going to just ink this up here, and we'll ink off on the silicone pad. All right, so that's ink that we can continue to use, and then I am just going to brush this on, and you can see it, you get that really nice soft effect. Now in anything, you'll always hear me say you can always go darker instead of lighter. So let's pick up some more ink, okay, and then we'll darken it up just a little bit. All right, and then you get this really cool kind of neat effect in the background. So we're gonna put that little guy on there, and you know, it's like, you know, I'm so cool kind of bear thing. But I wanted to try something different, so I cut out the word hugs with our dies from the catalog. Just let me see here if I've got those dies on hand, because the name of them escapes me at the moment, of course, so I'll look it up for you in just a minute. But again, I just used adhesive paper, and I cut out these letters, and like I said, hugs is actually part of a die set that we have in the catalog. It's actually new to the catalog this year, but I am going to put the word hugs, I'm sure you guys all know how to spell hugs. I guess I don't have to go through that. This is Bermuda Bay. I see it's showing up a bit turquoise on the color right now. I'm not sure why. My colors were right on when I started the video this morning, so it must be the sun or my lighting or something that's changing the color just a little bit, but it's Bermuda Bay, just so you know. And Bermuda Bay is more like a green turquoise. Then it almost looks like a really true turquoise. Nope, I think it goes this way. Let's put that on there. So we're going to do hugs. All right, then we're going to put our little bear on. So I'll just grab some glue here. Remember, do not grab, you know, don't put any glue on his hand. That is going to hold the heart. He's so cute, right? Okay, so then we've got the heart. I put adhesive on that too. It was out of the same color as hugs, so it was easy to cut out. So now we're just gonna go underneath, and we'll cover up his cute little curly hairs on his chest. And there we go. We have my second alternative card. Let's put him on his cardstock. And I am not going to use the corner frou-frous, but you guys could. I just like it without right now. This is just like a solid hugs. This could be easily given to a man. It's not too fussy. But how cute would this card be in pink for a new baby? Just saying. Okay, there you go. Those are the two versions. Same technique, same bear. You could make 6 bears and put different sentiments on, but how cute is this bear, right? Okay, so there you go. We've got that done. Now my third one, this one's kind of fun. I really do enjoy doing this. Let me show you what the card looks like. Okay, love you more than. Okay, the love you more than saying is from the wow. I thought I put that down there. Well, let me look that up right now. It just kind of like, you know, when you get older, your mind goes, you're like, I think it might be from the Love You More dies, but I do not want, it is, so it's actually what it says, the Love You More Than dies. And I also wanted to tell you what the name of the dies was for the hugs. So let me see, that's in the regular catalog, and that name escapes me as well because I am getting old and feeble and decrepit. I know it's in here. Maybe it's in these pages. Yep. It's gonna drive me crazy. It's okay. I shouldn't take up your time looking for these dies, but let me just zoom through one more time. Yeah, I am sure people watching this video right now are yelling out to me the name of the dies that I use for the word hugs. There they are, Pattern Play. Wow, went by that twice, didn't see it. Maybe I should put my glasses on, huh? It's okay. So yeah, you can make any word you want because they're smaller. The letters are smaller, so they fit on the cards better, so they're just a lot funner to use. So that was for this card here. Yeah, there you go. And then the Love You More dies is for this card. So how did I do this? This is such a simple technique. When I show you, you're gonna be like, what? So let me show you. So you're gonna take your guy, your little bear. I'm gonna use a memento pad, and you're going to create a mask. Okay, so I created this out of a Post-it note. The sticky is on the top of the bear. Okay, and I just stamped on the Post-it note, cut him out. Now I'm going to stamp him on the white cardstock. So I stamped the whole bear. I don't know if it's I think it's just more you know, habit than anything else. But anyway, so we've got that cute little guy right there. So now what we're gonna do is mask him. Now, one thing about this technique is you want to stagger the people. Okay, you want to stagger them. Now, you know, this might mess with your head, like you're trying to stamp a bear and it's over the green and you're afraid you're gonna stamp the bear. You're not, because look at this. Look at that. Isn't that great? Okay, so that was the mask there. Let's put the mask on there. Let's get this other side. So what I mean is you want to stagger the bears so that they look more interesting and they're not all the same level. Okay, you don't have to have the bears totally on the paper. You don't have to totally see their face. See, it's cool. You know, you can do this. I have some OCD customers though that this is very hard for them. I mean, it messes with them. They're like, no, I can't do this. But if you can do it, if it doesn't mess with you, it's just such a cool technique. You can do it with any symmetrical image, any unsymmetrical image, just, you know, so you have most of the image that, look at that, isn't that great? Oh, here, let me move it. So there you go. Now you can see, are they not the cutest little bears? And all it was just a masking technique. So then the rest of this is you can color it in. You can add a bow. I added a bow. I'll show you how I did that. So this is the stitch red ribbon that we have in the catalog. I just tied it in half. All right, and then we're gonna cut off the edge. I'll cut off this side too. All right, and then I just took some glue, and then I did put it on and just let it dry, because I like my bows to stay on, so I do like to use this multi-purpose glue because it keeps things on tight and then you don't have to move it. So the rest of the card, we used the snail DSP that we have in the new catalog. I'll show you what that looks like. Oh yeah, actually I had it set up here for you to look at right here. Okay, so see there's that DSP right there. That is for the snail Mail Designer Series paper. So it's right there. Okay, it's the coolest paper. I love that paper. There's a couple of cards, if you look at my blog at Stamp with Gloria, that I think one card will be next week. One card I've already posted, but really the cardstock makes the card because it's just such beautiful DSP Designer Series paper, and you can use it just for about anything. But anyway, then I use that as the background, put it on black. Again, use the adhesive paper and cut out the Love You More Than. And then I just took and basically cut the top off, you know. So this is a pretty easy image to cut. I wonder if our designers, when they're designing an image, they think about fussy cutting. You know, we have so many dies for things. So I wonder if they think, oh man, this will be so hard to fussy cut. We need a die for this. And then, you know, they develop a die. Or, you know, something like this paper pumpkin where you're not going to get a die, at least not yet. You know, Stampin' Up! Might surprise us someday and add a die. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe just for one image, like a little tiny die. Like, wouldn't it have been cool to just have the die image for this bear? And like I said, it would be exclusive, you know, to Paper Pumpkin just for December of 2020, and nobody else would have it unless they got Paper Pumpkin. Wouldn't that be the coolest thing? I think it would just make the sets more valuable, especially for an image like this, and just this bear image, because you can change this bear so many different ways that oh, I see. Well, I guess you don't have to watch me cutting. I see I have off screen on my cutting. But anyway, we cut them out. All right, we put this together. All right, and then we're gonna stick him to the card, and then you can give it to someone. You can give some of them pink cheeks if you want. Oop, I always grab the wrong side. There you go, pink cheeks. There you go. I know, right? How cute is this? So these are all boys. You could cut out their arms, tuck a heart in, and put a bow on and make one of them a girl. I'm just showing you this for the technique so that you can look at your stamp set a different way. So anyway, there we go. Let me show you all of the alternative cards that I made during this presentation. Okay. All right, we've got this. There we go. We've got these three that I wanted to show you. Let me just get my face out of the way. There we go. Let me put me lots smaller. There we go. So we've got these three here, aren't they? Oh, we've got the hugs one too. I showed you kind of that alternative one. Let's get the hugs in there. How cute are these bears, right? Oh my gosh. So if you didn't get Paper Pumpkin 2020, I'm sorry. If you did get it, look at all the things that you could do with it. Now let me show you what this month's Paper Pumpkin is. I'm developing cards for that as we speak. It goes along with this cute little Snailed It set. All right, let me show you what it looks like. I just got it, actually yesterday I got it. So here's the Snailed set on page 55 of our new catalog. Okay, and here is the set. All right, it's called the Love Boxes. So we got some boxes in there. Ooh, let me tear this off so you can see the images a lot better on this white. I made a mess. There we go. Okay, so here are the images. All right, look at, is he not cute? Look at him. And then it's like that Valentine's Day stuff. I mean, can you see using this heart over and over again? Love the size and font of that love. I can see using that over and over and over again. It's got an XOXO, be mine, sending love your way, the little flowers, and Hi Valentine. Cute set. And like I said, it complements the Snailed It set that we have in the new catalog. What could be better than that? Like I said, that DSP is so cute. You're going to be able to do tons of cards with it. The set itself comes with this here. Of course, every set, if you need adhesive, they've got adhesive in there. The beautiful envelopes. We've got a couple more image. Oh, look at how cute is that. Oh, I can't wait. Like I said, I got it yesterday, so I'm behind the time. Look at these pretties. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They are so cute. Okay, of course, we've always got, you know, for the sentiment labels. Oh, it looks like we've got some punch outs that are a nice ruffle, and then a bigger version of the love. Gotta love it. Okay, so I can't wait to design with this and do another video for you guys to see. Oh, of course, you've got your spot, your ink spot too. Let's see, this is Poppy Parade. Yep, and Poppy Parade is also the color that they use in the DSP for Snailed It. So everything matchy matches. So I love it. I love it. I can't wait to come up with some ideas for you for this little paper pumpkin. Again, if you would like to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, go to my blog, stampwithgloria.com. So Stamp with Gloria is all one word. I know I've had some people email me and say that they couldn't find me. It's all one word, Stamp with Gloria. No hyphens, no spaces, no anything. It's just stampwithgloria.com. And then on my blog, you will see that there is a place to go ahead and order Paper Pumpkin. If you want to try out Paper Pumpkin, but you don't particularly want more than 1 month, email me, or 3 months, or 6 months, or 9 months. I have the codes for that. And just email me. I can order it for you. You can set up your own account, and they'll just send you 1 month. If you ever want to activate the account again, you just go to, you know, paperpumpkin.com, go to sign, you know, you put in your username, your password, and then you can reactivate the club. So anyway, think about it. You know, it's $20 some. I mean, what do you do with 20 bucks? I know that a latte is like $6, so that's 3 lattes. Do you drink more than 3 lattes a month? Just saying. But anyway, I will let you go now. Thanks for spending some time with me. I'm glad I got through this entire thing without coughing my head off. And I know that I'm sure that you appreciate it too. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.